All right, let's talk about Bitcoin and Ethereum. You probably hear them lumped together all the time, right? But what if I told you they're not even really playing the same game? One's like digital gold, and the other? Well, that's a whole different story. So let's dive in and break it all down.
So, which one's better? That's the question I get all the time. But honestly, it's kind of like asking if a hammer is better than a screwdriver. I mean, they're both useful tools, right? But you wouldn't use a hammer to tighten a screw. They have totally different jobs. And getting that difference, that's the secret to really understanding what's going on in the crypto space.
And let's be clear here, we're talking about the two absolute titans of crypto. These aren't just any old projects, they are the big dogs. They pretty much set the tone for the entire ecosystem. Okay, if you remember one thing from this, make it this metaphor. It's super simple, but it explains everything. Ready? Bitcoin is digital gold. Ethereum is programmable silver. Get that, and honestly, the rest just clicks into place. So let's unpack that. When we say Bitcoin is digital gold, imagine a super secure vault. Its whole purpose is to sit there and hold its value over the long haul. Now, Ethereum, as programmable silver, think of silver not as jewelry, but as a crucial component in electronics. Its value comes from what you can do with it, what you can build with it. It's the raw material for a new digital world. So yeah, the simplest way to think about it is Bitcoin is for saving, Ethereum is for building. Okay, so I keep saying store of value. What does that actually mean? It just means an asset that's designed to reliably hold its worth over a long time. It's something you'd use to save, to protect your wealth from things like inflation eating away at it. And that right there, that's the heart of the whole digital gold idea for Bitcoin. And what makes it so much like gold? Scarcity. Check this out. There's a hard limit baked right into Bitcoin's code. 21 million. That's it. There will never be more than 21 million Bitcoin. Ever. Think about that. Unlike regular money where a government can just, print more, nobody can do that with Bitcoin. And that digital scarcity is exactly what makes it so valuable, just like physical gold. Now, let's flip over to Ethereum's secret sauce, something called a smart contract. The best way to think about it is like a super smart vending machine. You put in your money, the input, and it's programmed to automatically give you a soda, the output. No cashier, no middleman, it just happens. That's a smart contract. It's just code that runs itself when certain conditions are met. And this one idea, it's the engine behind pretty much everything you hear about on Ethereum, from DeFi to NFTs.
So you might be wondering, how can they be so different? I mean, they're both blockchains, right? Well, it all comes down to a really important fork in the road. Technologically speaking, it's all about how they keep the network secure and agree on what's true. Bitcoin sticks to the original method, which is called proof of work. You can think of it as a giant worldwide math competition. Super powerful computers are all racing to solve a puzzle, and the winner gets to add the next block of transactions to the chain. It's unbelievably secure, but man, it uses a lot of energy. Ethereum, on the other hand, made a huge switch to something called proof of stake. It's a totally different approach, way more efficient, and that one change, well, it changes everything. So why is this proof of stake thing such a big deal? Two massive reasons. First, the energy savings are insane. We're talking a huge reduction in its carbon footprint. And second, it makes the whole network way more scalable. I mean, think about it. If you're trying to be the foundation for thousands, maybe millions of apps all running at once, you can't be slow and clunky. You need to be fast and efficient. Okay, enough of the techie stuff. We've talked about the what and the how. Now let's get to the fun part. What do people actually do with this stuff in the real world? And no surprise, their uses are just as different as their designs. So you've got Bitcoin over here, and it's laser focused on one thing, being a new kind of money. It's for payments, and more importantly, for storing value. It's like your digital piggy bank or savings account. Then you have Ethereum, which isn't really trying to be money at all. It's a platform, a world computer for building things. This is where you find the whole wild world of DeFi, those NFTs everyone talks about, and all sorts of other decentralized apps, or dApps. So when you put it all together, the purpose, the tech, the use cases, you end up with two completely different stories for anyone looking at the market. And it really forces you to ask a fundamental question. What are you looking for? Are you looking for the solid, predictable stability of digital gold? Or are you looking for the explosive growth potential of a brand new technological frontier? Bitcoin was first, right? It's the original. So its biggest strength is its track record.
It's got that stability, and it's the most widely known and adopted. You could call it the bedrock of the crypto market. Ethereum's value proposition is totally different. Its price is tied to the action happening on its network. The more cool stuff that gets built on Ethereum, the more people who use it, well, the more demand there is for its native token, Ether. Its value is all about innovation and growth. So we come back to that original question, which one is better? And the answer is, it's the wrong question. It 100% depends on what you're trying to achieve. Are you looking for a long-term, stable store of wealth? Or are you trying to invest in the infrastructure of a new decentralized internet? And, a lot of people in this space don't even see it as an either-or choice. They see the value in both and hold them together for diversification. And that's really what it all boils down to. That's the question I want to leave you with. Now that you get the difference, now that you see the digital gold versus programmable silver idea, the choice between stability and innovation, what's your strategy?